This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat far. All right, y'all. We're gonna talk right. We're gonna get right into the topics. First and foremost, I actually want to talk about Ben Simmons. Make sure when y'all come in, y'all hit the smash the like button, comment, like, share, subscribe. You guys know the deal. Make sure you donate to this platform, Cash App, Super Chat, whatever you can give. Your Sunday's best. We thoroughly appreciate it. I really want to talk about these topics because it's very important that I get into it. Ben Simmons. I have a problem with this guy. Ben Simmons has Rich Paul pushing this agenda about mental health. See, this is the problem with today's generational basketball players. They always want to find an excuse for them to push an agenda that absolutely makes no sense. Why are you pushing mental health? Why is that your forefront? Why is that your mindset? Why is that something that you're trying to do? That absolutely makes no sense to me. In actuality, what it tells me is that they're looking for any and every excuse to go away from the fact that Ben Simmons didn't do what Kobe Bryant told him to do, which is to fix your broke ass jumper. It's very simple. Kobe told him in emphatic points, well, he got to get a jump shot. Listen, it sounds humorous and all that, but I'm dead ass serious. Because if not, he'll regret it when his career is over. And you look at what he's doing now. Without that, and it is astonishing. Now imagine you can shoot the ball. What does that open up for you? Think about that again. I'm going to say that one again. Imagine you can shoot the ball. What does that open up for you? What Kobe's basically saying is it opens up the defense. It forces the defense to have another look. They can't just mess with you from the inside. Then he goes further to say, what does that open up for you? You don't want to retire and look back and go, man, if I just had a jump shot, what would have I done? He wasn't shitting on the kid. Kobe wasn't spitting on him. Kobe was basically challenging him for Mamba mentality. Kobe was challenging him for greatness. Kobe was challenging him to push him so that he could get to the next level. This is what basketball is all about. Basketball is all about pushing the person. What's up, Yusuki Knight? Make sure you hit that thumbs up, bro. Comment, like, share. I mean, you've already subscribed. Give your Sunday's best. Donate to the platform, whatever it could be. But the bottom line is, when we look at the situation that's dealing with Ben Simmons is a guy who hasn't evolved. And now he's working up under LRMR. He's working up under the LeBron Jameses of the world. He's working up under the Rich Pauls of the world. He's been working up under them. But look at how they're trying to spin. Look at how they're trying to scheme. Look at how they're trying to push something that's not there. Ben Simmons is a product of this generation. He's a product of this participation award era. He's a product of this generation that has been handed, that's been spoon-fed things to them, but they haven't taken the opportunity. They haven't looked at the mindset. They haven't looked at everything that's associated with it and said, you know what? I'm going to take this to the next level. 2019 should have been raining in Ben Simmons' head. Ben Simmons officially got the Kobe Bryant curse. Kobe Bryant cursed him because it's a blessing if you follow wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from somebody of that level, somebody of that gamut, somebody of that basketball superiority. But it's a curse when you go against what they're saying. Because this guy's won at the highest levels. This guy has a 71.4% NBA Finals average in performance. This guy has dominated the game of basketball like nobody's business. When we talk about put everything all out there on the basketball court, when we talk about exhaust yourself to E, That is the embodiment of Kobe being Bryant. This is what he has brought to the game of basketball. And you have somebody of that stature, somebody of that magnitude, somebody of that variation that's stepping up and telling you, look, your jumper is broke. You need to fix it. And if you fix it, skies is the limit for your basketball ability. But let me explain something to you guys that's more prevalent. What's up, G Kicks? How you doing? Salute to you, bro. The biggest thing is you guys have to understand the NBA had an indictment, just like the NFL has an indictment on Lamar Jackson. The NBA has an indictment on Kobe Bryant. They didn't want guys that come into the league to fall up under Kobe. They didn't want that. Because if guys fell up under Kobe, they would have an instinctual mindset to tell the media big. Basically, we're going to do things from a competitive standpoint. We're not going to go by your status quo. We're not going to be PC. We're not going to go by your drum. We're going to go by how we feel we should move in the scenario. This is how Kobe Bryant was. Have you guys watched Kobe Bryant interviews? And you've watched how Kobe Bryant used to always check, and how Kobe Bryant used to always be sarcastic with the media to the point where he made them feel ridiculously stupid each and every single time they interviewed him. Did you ask that question again? You think I'm stupid? You asked this question, the same question 100 times. So you think I'm going to fall for that? Next. Who else has a question that they haven't asked that I haven't heard? Who else is going to talk about something that makes sense? A lot of times they would ask questions that was the obvious, but a LeBron James would accept doing that. A LeBron James would accept talking about stuff like that. A LeBron James would accept saying, let me go into a soliloquy so I can harp on that. I can elaborate on that. You know why? Because now they're feeding into LeBron James's class A narcissistic ego. So of course he's going to sit there, take it in, and try to switch it up. The only time LeBron goes against the narrative is when you got a guy that will sit there, like in 2011, he challenged LeBron James and said, why did you have the epic meltdown? Why did you become the frozen one? And LeBron James said, well, I'm going to go back to my life. You guys got to go back to your miserable lives. Because see, what you guys have to understand is the LeBron generation of basketball has created an AAU style of participation. Guys just need to show up. Guys don't need to sit there and dominate. Guys don't need to sit there and have a competitive mindset. Guys don't need to sit there and basically take their games to the next level. They just need to show up. It's ridiculous. It has tarnished the game of basketball, and it's made the game of basketball unenjoyable and unwatchable. I don't know about you guys, man, but I'm sitting here and watching these games of basketball, and I'm bored as hell. You want to know why? Because there's no competitiveness. If you look at a basketball game, tell me the last time you've seen in possessions. Tell me the last time you've seen in defensive sets where teams have locked down other teams. All you see is back and forth scoring. I've just watched the Chicago Bulls game back on Friday, and I was bored out of my fucking ass. I said, you know what? I'm going to give myself an opportunity here to watch one of these fucking games, and I'm going to see if I'm really going to have that passion for the game of basketball. And I just couldn't see it. I saw no competitiveness. I saw no getting on the person, you know what I'm saying, trying to lock them down. I didn't see no defense. All I saw was two teams going back and forth trying to score. Well, this is the same thing that a Ben Simmons has done when it comes to evolution. Ben Simmons hasn't evolved. He hasn't graduated himself. He hasn't gotten himself over the hump and over to the next level. So they sit here and they tell you that it's okay to be able to distribute. It's okay to be able to find the right guy. It's okay to be able to have the basketball in your hands and to be able to give this similitude as if you are just basically doing all of these things from a basketball standpoint that is the right fucking play. Where has the right fucking play gotten people in the annals of basketball? Let's talk about Oscar Robertson. This motherfucker got one NBA Finals doing the right fucking play. And you want to know why he got one NBA Finals? It's because of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You don't put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on those Milwaukee Bucks teams, they don't win shit. regardless of what Oscar Robertson was doing, triple doubles year in and year out. What you guys need to realize is basketball players that are stat filled, they don't win. Let's look at Jerry West. He went up against those great Boston Celtics. This man went to the NBA Finals 9 times, and he only won once. He has an 11.1% NBA Finals average and performance. Let's talk about Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain is a big man that's filled with stats, but he's 2 out of 6. You see where I'm going with this? LeBron James. He's supposedly this locomotive. He's supposedly this physical specimen that we've never seen, which is bullshit because LeBron James don't even have the highest vertical leap. If he is a physical specimen, vertical leap is supposed to denote that. Do you guys understand that Michael Jordan still has the highest vertical leap since the inception of the NBA at 48 inches? Do your math on that. Do your research on that. And Zion Williamson is number 3 at 45 inches. LeBron is nowhere near that fucking list. Jordan, when he's in the air, he's off the ground 4 feet at any given interval. That's insane. And hanging at 4 feet intervals. So the best physical specimen to ever show up in the NBA is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Don't let them tell you otherwise. These are facts. Michael Jordan had hands the size of a center. This man can palm the basketball throughout his whole career. He was just basically built for fucking basketball. These are facts. Bill Russell dominated Wilt Chamberlain. John Havlicek dominated Jerry West. Bob Cousy dominated Jerry West. See, these are the things they don't want to tell you. But if you open up your NBA vernacular, your NBA encyclopedia, you would know these things. Remember, these guys are stat filled. Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen had a 93-94 and a 94-95 season. We're going to get on his ass too. Where Michael Jordan was nowhere to be found and nowhere to be present. Could he get over the fucking hump being the guy that was supposedly the right player? In his book, he said Michael Jordan plays the game the wrong way when he always said Michael Jordan played the game the right way. Clearly, he's trying to sell books. Clearly, he's just being a renegade Robin, i.e. reject red fucking hood. We know that to be true. Jealousy and envy out of the wazoo. Future and Michael Beasley have done a number on this guy. He needs to be mad at them. I don't know why he's taking that anger out on Michael Jordan, but that's neither here nor there. We'll get onto that topic. But the point with Scottie Pippen and how it contextualizes with Ben Simmons is Scottie Pippen is this guy that's this utilities man. He can do it all. Scottie Pippen was the prototypical point forward. Before we had Grant Hill, before we had Anthony Hardaway, before we had the LeBron James of the world, before we had any of these guys, we had Scottie Pippen. That's why I like when Max Kellerman said it. They got mad at Max Kellerman when Max Kellerman said that LeBron James is a swooped up Pippen. You should have saw that dude Jay Williams' face. He was like, what? Because, you know, he's one of those Rudy Poo and Plum brains, classic dolts and troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetorics that had the audacity, the nerve, the unmitigated gall to put LeBron James over Michael Jordan. And Max Kellerman said it best. You know, sometimes these ESPN guys, they have their moments. I was just listening the other day. He said he's a swooped up Pippen. I was laughing out of my ass because I said Max Kellerman must have been listening to me the other day. Because that's what LeBron James is. He's a fucking Pippen. He's just a Pippen with mass. He's a Pippen with more girth. He's a swooped up version. He's like a Pippen that you add a few more fucking cylinders to. That's what he is at his truest and his most properest level. But these guys, Scottie Pippen doesn't win. LeBron James goes 40%. Wilt Chamberlain goes 33%. Jerry West goes 11.1%. Oscar Robertson only wins 1. What is the common denominator with them? Russell Westbrook of Russville, a triple-double motherfucker, has 0 finals. What is the common denominator with guys in the NBA that are stat-filled? They don't win shit. Ben Simmons has been this quote-unquote stat-filled basketball player, and he keeps getting bounced out of the playoffs, whether if it's a second round, a third round, a first round, his ass is getting bounced the fuck out. And you want to know why? Because he didn't take the time to evolve his basketball game and get his game to the next level. If you look at all of these stats, guys, they have deficiencies in their basketball game. Will Chamberlain was so comfortable with just being a guy who was a low post player, but he never played anywhere at 5 feet and out. He could have expanded his game, especially with Bill Russell locking him up. He could have forced Bill Russell to come on the outside, but he never evolved his game. He was a 5 feet and inner. That's why, to me, Kobe Bryant's 81 points is more emphatic. It's more dominant than the 100 points that Will Chamberlain scored, because Will Chamberlain's 100 points was 5 feet and in. Kobe Bryant, 81 points was 16 feet and out. That's ridiculous in of itself. And Kobe averaged more field goal. His field goal percentage was higher shooting from a farther range. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. We got LeBron James. This man wins to 10 NBA finals. He only wins 4. This is what the LeBron James AAU style game has brought to the table. You can get a $9 million contract. You can basically get everything that is basically at your whim. You don't have to do anything for it. Now, here's the caveat. If you do win an NBA championship, if you do win something, then we give you kickers. But they've already given you the rewards. They've already given you the spoils. When MJ played, they had to earn shit. Do you guys understand that Michael Jordan was playing on $4 million contract up until his last few years with the Chicago Bulls, when it got ballooned up to 30-something million? The reason why Scottie Pippen was never going to get a bigger contract is because people don't understand business. And in business, you're not going to pay a Scottie Pippen more than you're going to pay Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan's value with the Chicago Bulls at that time was $4 million. So the most that they could pay Scottie Pippen at that time was 3.5, and that's what they paid him. They was never going to pay Scottie Pippen more than Jordan, unless Jordan demanded more money. Now, if Jordan was making about 20, then they probably would look at Pippen and say, okay, we'll give you between 15 and 19. But he's not going to usurp Michael Jordan. A lot of people don't look at the bottom line. Pippen didn't even look at that bottom line. And that's why Pippen is short-sighted. When it's all said and done, and people have to understand this for what it is, Ben Simmons is a product of this generational basketball. That's why basketball is in the gutter. That's why a Thursday night, not Monday night football, Thursday night football, because we know Monday night football's ratings thumps Thursday night. Thursday night football had more ratings than the NBA fucking finals. And that was when LeBron James was in the NBA finals, mind you. That was the bubble fucking title. A Thursday night football had more ratings than the NBA finals. When Jordan was in the league, you ever think out of your rabbit ass mouth that a Thursday night football, even a Monday night football, would outdo him in the NBA finals? No. That's not going to happen. Even Kobe Bryant. Go look at Kobe Bryant's finals. Go look at the finals with the Celtics. Go look at his finals with the Orlando Magic. These ratings were off the charts. They said Kobe Bryant's NBA finals ratings were close. They were putting up numbers close to what we haven't seen since Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Ben Simmons has all of the potential in the world. The problem with Ben Simmons is he never evolved his basketball game. He never took his basketball game over the hump. So because he never did that, Ben Simmons is going to find himself traded. Once he gets traded, his value goes down. See, a lot of people don't understand that. The only time a basketball player leaves a basketball team their value doesn't go down is when they leave through free agency. If a player is traded, their value goes down. I don't care how high of a level of a basketball player they are. James Harden's value has gone down because he was basically traded. A player has to leave on his own volition through free agency or through him basically saying, I don't want to be in this position, in order for his value to don't go down. That's the way it rolls. But if a player is traded, now that means there's an opportunity for the team to trade him again. See, people don't understand these inner workings of how business works, but that's how business works at 101 level from a basketball standpoint. Ben Simmons will be traded. And all of this cockamamie that Rich Paul and them are doing to say that he has a mental health problem, it's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, it's not going to happen. They're not going to fall for the bait. Joel Embiid is tired of Ben Simmons. Joel Embiid has matured his game to in a basically what we would say a borderline Akeem Olajuwon level. How dare Ben Simmons don't evolve his game? If Ben Simmons would have become a complete basketball player, do you guys understand that we would be talking about Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, these guys dominating basketball at the highest levels? Do you guys understand that? Look at their size. Ben Simmons is 6'10". That's even bigger than Magic Johnson. Could you imagine a 6'10" guy that can get it to the basket like he's doing right now, but can also bust you from the three? Have a mid-range game? Can put the ball on the floor? I mean, has footwork? Post moves? Shit. Philadelphia 76ers would have been a problem even for my Brooklyn Nets if Ben Simmons would have evolved this game. He would have become a serious problem, like Kobe Bryant said, a serious fucking problem. But Ben Simmons is a lazy motherfucker. This is not mental health. See, the problem with people is they always want to affiliate and associate something with mental health all the fucking time. It's bullshit and it's fuck shit. Mental health has nothing to do with this. He's lazy. He's a lazy motherfucker. He didn't want to put in the work. And now, like Malcolm X said back in those days with JFK, and he got silenced by the Elijah Muhammad, the chickens have come to fucking roost. He didn't apologize for it even after he was silenced. And you saw what happened. Eventually, he got assassinated in 1965. They hated him because they wanted him to be basically that yes master type of dude, but he wasn't going to be that. Because he was going to be what he is at his truest and his most properest levels, a unapologetic brother. Like a He Knows Everything, an unapologetic brother. But Ben Simmons is not that. Rich Paul is looking really stupid out here in these basketball streets. LRMR, the Clutch Sports Agency, all of that bullshit is looking really bad out here in these basketball streets because what they thought they can do is strong arm situations. The Morris twins, look at their gaff with the Jokic Joker. Look at the situation that's going on with that. All of this shit is blowing back on Clutch Sports, man. They think that they have a stronghold. They don't. The NBA is sick and tired of their bullshit and their fuck shit. That's why the NBA has basically told Rich Paul and them, we don't care about this mental health thing that you guys are trying to push. We see right through the bullshit. Now, all of a sudden, he got mental health. But you guys were saying he didn't want to play because he just wanted to sit out. Which one is it? Did he want to just sit out? Or he had mental health? Which one is it? You can't use mental health when a person hasn't even shown you in the past that they've had traces of this. When has Ben Simmons ever shown you this other than him choking and nutting up in the playoffs? We got to call a spade here. We got to keep it real. We got to keep it a buck. We got to keep it 1,000. The man has not taken his game to the next level. He's been lazy as fuck. And this is the problem when you hand basketball players all of this money and you basically tell them that in their potential state that they have arrived. They are not going to arrive. They're going to stay in what's called a potential state. And that's exactly what has happened to Ben Simmons. And that's why what Kobe Bryant said in 2019 is going to follow him. It's like a ghost. I call it the Kobe Bryant ghost. It's the Kobe Bryant curse. It's going to follow him for the rest of his career because he's going to remember back in 2019, he had somebody of that level, somebody of that magnitude, somebody of that epic proportion, epic variation to tell him, look, you have an opportunity to get your game to the next level. You have an opportunity to take things past where you're at. The question is, are you willing to do this? He wasn't. So because he wasn't willing to do it, Kobe Bryant had to turn around and say, okay, I'm fucking Kobe Bryant. I give you this one pass. You don't want to take it? Fuck it. So Kobe drops it to Kyrie Irving. He drops it to Jason Tatum. Look at Jason Tatum right now. Jason Tatum is grinding. Have you guys seen Jason Tatum's work ethic in the offseason? Mamba mentality, Mamba Academy. Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard. Do I need to keep on going? Devin Booker, Mamba mentality, Mamba Academy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This would have been the same thing for Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons, as I'm ending this topic, you deserve whatever the fuck you get. And I hope you get even more on it. I hope you get more shit pile on your ass. Mental health, my fucking ass. You got a broke fucking jumper and you're lazy as fuck. Let's call a spade here. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck, and let's keep it 1,000. Now let's get to Jordan and fucking Pippen. This one right here is an interesting one. Because Scottie Pippen, throughout his whole career, has told you something in his actions, right? Recently, through his words, he's told you something else. See, what you guys have to understand is Robins. He Knows Everything has built a lot of Robins on fucking YouTube. Some Robins are graduated to fucking Nightwings. Some Robins have become red fucking hoods. Some Robins have passed the fucking way. Either there's been the death of their fucking channel, meaning passed away, red fucking hood. Either nobody's just not paying attention to them. There's like a rabbit hole. They keep doing shit over and over again on their channels, but nobody's looking at them. They just know that this person is forever stained, or they've graduated to a Nightwing. Lewis Sports Network graduated to a fucking Nightwing at one point in his YouTube career. But then he became Renegade fucking Robin. When he had the rabbit ass nerve, Bookie Allen, because Bookie Allen brought it to me. Salute to you, Bookie Allen. To say that LeBron James is over Kobe Bryant. Now, that's not Batman molding to a Renegade Robin. That's not Batman molding to a Red Hood. That's Batman molding to a Robin that understood basketball. He was up under the molding of a He Knows Everything. And if you're under a molding of a He Knows Everything, you're supposed to be molded the right way. That means even molded by basketball knowledge, basketball understanding, and basketball wisdom. The molding of a He Knows Everything is to know that Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant basketball is law. That's it. You don't get no higher than that. You don't get no more complete than that, and you don't get no more mastered than that. And we're not going to argue those things. He was talking good in the beginning when he was like, yeah, LeBron James, man, he's overrated. Da, 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 da. I don't know what happened. But see, when you're not around He Knows Everything, you lose fucking Dean. You're not on your Dean. You're not on your shit. Steel sharpens steel. Iron sharpeneth iron. For a man is sharpened by the countenance of his friend. If you're not around He Knows Everything, you're not going to stay sharp. Because anytime you say some bullshit, He Knows Everything's going to ding you. See, if he was saying that around me, he would have been automatically dinged. He would have been embarrassed right then and there. I was like, what the fuck you talking about? Where's your basketball knowledge? Where's your basketball brain? Where the fuck did it go? That's what I would say to him straight up. He knows it. So he went from top 10 to not even diction at all by doing that. And it wasn't because of me. It's because guys like Bookie Allen's like, you fell up under the molding of a He Knows Everything. How you going to say some shit like that? How you going to allow your basketball knowledge to get shot up to the wayside to the point to where you're going to say stuff like that? This is what happens to channels. This is what happens to Robins. They let anybody mess in their head. The Apostle James, he was also a prophet. He also said in his own book, in the New Testament, that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let James say it, and let James say it again. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. If you let anybody deal with you, you're going to be double-minded in the way that you move. You're going to be double-minded in the way that you react. You're going to be double-minded in the way that you unction yourself. And see, if you have been prescribed as somebody who talks that talk to where you tell the truth about shit, to where you tell this and you tell that, and then you go away from it, then it's the things that make you say, it makes you a Scottie fucking Pippen. That's how it's contextualized with Lewis Sports Network. He's become what Scottie Pippen has become now, a drunkard who is tarnished. Legacy is fucking tarnished. Just like his YouTube legacy is tarnished, Scottie Pippen is tarnished right now. The only way they both can untarnish Lewis Sports Network is he has to bend the fucking knee, kiss the motherfucking ring while he's at it, and say, I did that because I was trying to push my channel. It's like I'm in his little peon brain before I even fucking know it. I was trying to appease the LeBron tards. I was trying to appease LeBron James fans. So I did that off of the strength of me trying to push my channel. If he could say that, I'm fine with that. Because it's no different than Scottie Pippen trying to do this to sell fucking books. Charles Barkley called Scottie Pippen's ass out for this shit. Charles Barkley was like, come on, man. We know what time it is. You was basically worshiping the ground that Michael Jordan was on. You was kissing Michael Jordan's ass. Wasn't Scottie Pippen the one that was sitting there looking, going like this? Jordan. Remember when Jordan retired, he was playing baseball? Come back, come back. Rip B. Brazy's like 100. Because Rip B. Brazy know it's real what I'm saying about Lewis Sports Network. Even Bookie Allen. All these guys. G-Kicks, Yusuke Knight. They're like, damn, dog. This motherfucker has fell off since he hasn't done lives with you. That's the thing. When you don't have that true alpha male energy around you, you're going to fall the fuck off. That's just the way it works. But an alpha male don't go out there and seek. You got to bend the fucking knee to the alpha male. You got to kiss the fucking motherfucking ring while you add it to the alpha male. That's the way the shit rolls. If you want to continuously be molded, you want to continuously be trained, and you want to continuously be put on the wave that you need to be motherfucking put on. That's what happened with this guy. So hence, he's like Scottie Pippen in a sense. You see how I'm contextualizing it? You see I'm drawing the simile? You see how I'm breaking this thing down? Because I want you guys to understand what has happened. I have guys every day on YouTube talking bad about me in some fashion. Bookie Allen could tell you. Rip B. Brazy could tell you. There's not a day that my name's not fucking mentioned on your fucking YouTube. Good, bad, or the fucking ugly. Well, it's the Michael Jordan effect. It's the same thing with Michael Jeffrey Jordan. There's not a day, good, bad, or ugly, that motherfuckers talk about him. They know the greatness is there. They love to motherfucking hate it. And see, the thing with that, the simile that's drawn between a me and a Michael Jordan is we're hard to fucking deal with. we know that. We're disciplined fucking narians. We're total motherfucking narians. We are hard on your ass. But you know why we like that? Because if we see greatness in you, we're going to push that shit past. The only motherfucker that didn't mind taking all the shit and became his own Kobe Bryant was Tom Ross TV. That's the only motherfucker I know. He took the what I was able to give him as a boost, and look at him now. Everybody else, I don't know the shit that they on. And that's the same situation with Michael Jordan and the same situation with Kobe Bryant. I mean, the same situation with Michael Jordan, the same situation with Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan molded Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was just a defensive basketball player. There was nothing about Scottie Pippen that told you he had offensive ability worth shit. Jordan said, oh, you know what? I like his athleticism. I like his physicality. I like the way he moves. Let me mold that offense. If you look at Scottie Pippen is basically Michael Jordan's offense, but aki as fuck. Ilky as hell. Weird as hell. But it's a Michael Jordan offensive game. If you pay attention to Scottie Pippen and how he moved offensively, he was basically doing a lot of the same moves that Michael Jordan did. He just did it in a very aki fashion, a very ilky fashion. But it made him become a 50 greatest player of all time. Because Michael Jordan realized you already have an elite defensive game. We're going to make your offensive game elite because we're going to mimic your offensive game with mine. My offensive game is GOAT material. So if you mimic my offensive game, you'll at least at bare minimum be motherfucking elite. So Scottie Pippen doesn't thank Michael Jordan for that. Michael Jordan shows up to Scottie Pippen's 2011 Hall of Fame speech, and he says, there is no Michael Jordan if there is not no Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan has been nothing but a brother to Scottie Pippen. Just like He Knows Everything has been nothing but a brother to these other fucking YouTube channels. But what you guys realize, and that's why we call it the Michael Jordan dichotomy, is people always want to spit and shit on you. See, I haven't talked about this shit until recently now because it's my last dance. You guys get it? It's my retirement speech, like Jordan did in 2020, like 2009. These are the moments where you get to talk about it. These are your swan songs. You get to finally vent and say, okay, these are all of the things. You see in 2009, the Hall of Fame speech, Jordan went on a tirade and said all of the things that happened throughout his career. You saw what happened in The Last Dance? Jordan went and rehashed that shit back. I'm not sitting here and doing this shit every day, but you guys got to hear it when these monumental moments come, because people need to understand the same way that you guys have experienced that dichotomy on YouTube in these scenarios that I explained to you guys. It's the same thing that's happening with Jordan and fucking Pippen. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. We're not going to sit here and argue this. We're not going to sit here and act like that has not happened. Scottie Pippen has 6 titles because of what Jordan was able to see in him. Jordan was able to see that there was a potential there that he could have turned into reality. Well, see, what people need to understand is Robins always got to play their motherfucking position. A Robin is always meant to be a Robin. That's why they're called Robin. Let's do the song. Batman and Robin. Do you see Robin get a da-na-na-na? No. The da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Batman. That's supposed to be for fucking Batman. Batman gets the song. Robin is the addition. Robin is like an asset. Robin is like what we would say, a supplement. Jordan is the healthy food. You know, every day you got to eat healthy foods, right? To keep your body proficient and to keep your body active and to keep your body going. Supplements help to offset things. Supplements help to basically help where the healthy foods can't help, because the soil and the healthy foods are not the same nowadays, right? But guess what? You don't need the supplement to survive. You need the healthy foods to fucking survive each and every single fucking day. Well, that's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the healthy foods. Scottie Pippen is the motherfucking supplement. And Scottie Pippen thought at any point in his career, he was a healthy food. In the 93, 94, 94, 95 season, he calls Phil Jackson racist because Phil Jackson draws up plays for Toni Kukoc. Toni Kukoc, if you do your homework, is a Croatian fucking sensation. Toni Kukoc was hitting clutch shots since he was 16 years old in Euro leagues. This is a closer. If you go look at those 2 years, he was closing games out for the Chicago Bulls left and right. So Phil Jackson is racist. This is the worst iteration of you calling somebody racist. So he's racist because he designed the basketball play for Toni Kukoc, a guy who's a closer. Scottie Pippen was never known as a closer. He was known as a utilities man. So that one, you missed me with that. That fell on fucking deaf ears. Then Scottie Pippen goes in his book and says that Michael Jordan's basketball game is the wrong way to fucking play. But yet Scottie Pippen was on ESPN, you guys recall, last year, all basically saying, Michael Jordan, man, and Kobe Bryant. You know what's the difference between them and LeBron James? And why LeBron can't get over the hump? Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant are closers. They have the assassin's mentality. They have that mentality to where they would deliver when it's all said and done. They have that mentality to close things out like nobody's business. That, to me, is the greatest style of basketball play. That came out of Scottie Pippen's mouth. What's good, the king? And then he turns around, and now he says that Michael Jordan plays the wrong way. I'm going to tell you guys something. Rick B. Brazy, I hope you're listening. Bookie Allen, I hope you're listening. G Kicks and The Kang, I hope you're listening. Scottie Pippen is on LeBron James' payroll. Me and Tom Ross did the math yesterday when we was talking boxing, and I said, you know what? I honestly believe now that LeBron James did something to turn around and find a way to pimp Scottie Pippen, give him checks behind the scene, LeBart and motherfucking Le paid for, so that he could turn around and start talking shit about Jordan through a book. Scottie Pippen's book is going to be a bestseller. Scottie Pippen's going to sell books out the fucking wazoo. But see, what Scottie Pippen's not looking at from a short-term perspective is Scottie Pippen is not going to get over the fucking hump. And he's tarnished his legacy forever. His relationship with Michael Jordan has forever changed. Ask Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley used to be part of Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, the Tom Brady, all of these guys, Kobe Bryant. They used to have their clique. It's the alpha male clique, the true alpha extraordinaire, governed by true alpha economics clique. They tolerated Charles Barkley's beta ass. He wasn't alpha, but because Charles Barkley was funny, you know, alpha males will always keep that little beta male around that's funny as hell. So it's kind of like poking fun. We know that we're just on another level than you, but you're a little bit entertaining. You're funny as hell. We could tolerate your ass. They tolerated Charles Barkley until Charles Barkley started going on fucking ESPN and all this shit, talking shit about Jordan. You guys remember Jordan came out one time and said, you know what? I didn't appreciate what this motherfucker did. And next thing you know, Charles Barkley has never heard from Jordan. Jordan changed his number on his ass. Never fucking heard from him. And Charles Barkley's been on this song cry ever since, trying to get back on good graces. Even till this day, with him talking shit about Scottie Pippen. But there's the thing. Once you cross somebody at that level, there's no coming back. Because they don't quickly forget, and they're not going to forget what the fuck you just did. Well, Scottie Pippen has put himself in that same position where Michael Jordan is not going to forget what he did. This is what people need to understand. When it's all said and done, that's what it motherfucking boils down to. The king said, one thing about Beta Supreme, they get deceived easily. Facts. Just look at all of the coop of Robins that I was dealing with on YouTube. Easily deceived. And look at how they're struggling right now, dropping 100 videos a day, and their numbers just ain't going nowhere. That should tell you something. The King's Rip B. Brazy says, some shit you can't teach. You're right. You just can't. The King said, did MJ play the wrong way when he dropped 45 points in Game 6 of the NBA Finals? Scottie's so disrespectful. Yes. Scottie is fucking disrespectful because Scottie said the flu game wasn't even a flu game. Jordan wasn't sick. Hold up. So you're going to say that Tim Grover and all of these guys are lying? That Jordan ordered pizza? This is well fucking known. If you go and ask the pizza company in Utah that delivered pizza, it was a weird pizza place, to Michael Jordan. So now Scottie Pippen is fact checking them. We don't know if they put their dog shit, if they put whatever in that fucking pizza. Jordan was the only one that ate the pizza. Nobody else did, and he got the stomach bug. And we're gonna lie on Michael Jordan's mom? When Michael Jordan's mom said that Michael Jordan called her and told her how sick he was, and then she turned around and said, son, I don't want you to play. So we're gonna lie? See how Scottie Pippen is looking like an idiot out here? Are we really gonna sit here and lie? That's what happened. Jordan ate that bullshit fucking pizza, and when he ate that shit, it messed with his stomach. This man couldn't take anything down. He couldn't take liquids down. He couldn't take fluids down. He couldn't sleep. So you think a person like that is going to be able to function? But yet he turns around and has one of the greatest games in NBA playoffs history ever. In NBA finals history ever. Because he was sick. If that's not some jealousy shit, if that's not some envy shit, if that's not some I'm on some I hate you shit, that should tell you everything that you need to know. Scottie Pippen was crying when Michael Jordan had his retirement speech. The first time Jordan retired. I want y'all to go back and look at that retirement moment and go look at when Jordan was sitting down and Jordan was basically saying, you know what? Salute to the king for dropping that super chat, man. That's what I told you guys. Make sure y'all Cash App, super chat, whatever y'all can give y'all Sunday's best, because he knows everything is bringing you that whoop, that heat and that fire, and keeping a foot on the whoop on the Knicks. and keeping a foot on the whoop on Knicks. So let's talk about it again. Michael Jordan basically was sick, but this man dropped damn near 45 fucking points. That's insane for a sick person to do that. Most of his points came in the second half. So when Scottie Pippen carried Michael Jordan, that was fake. We're going to act like we didn't see that happen. We're going to act like we didn't see Scottie Pippen carrying Michael Jordan every time to the bench. It's like Scottie Pippen has lost his memory. It's like Scottie Pippen has lost his soul. Because I don't care what anybody tells me. This right here is something that has been conjured up by LeBron James. Because of the fact that The Last Dance left a memory in people's brains that, you know what? Even if I don't like the competitive nature, even if I don't like the competitive mindset, even if I don't like the fact that Michael Jordan is a hard liner, I'm like that too. That's why some motherfuckers cannot stand me for that. This dude said you're creative and making yourself look dumb. I respect you. That's your opinion, but you're still watching, right? So that tells you that he knows everything has a talent. You're basically saying he has a talent. NWA says all publicity is good publicity. But anyways, the point that people need to understand is Michael Jordan was carried by fucking Scottie Pippen. Oh, I know you respect me. Everybody respects He Knows Everything. You have to respect the man that's known as He Knows Everything, because He Knows Everything brings you guys quality. You have to. That's just like Michael Jordan. He brings you quality. Going back to the leadership style, you guys have to understand the mindset of a leader that has the magnitude of Jordan. It's going to be hard to deal with somebody like that. Shit, it's hard to deal with fucking me, because we're both assholes. We're fucking assholes. That's what it boils down to. Fucking assholes. But if you get past that and you understand that this asshole is in your best fucking interest, then it allows you to evolve to the next level. People that have a weak beta mindset, they can't handle that shit. It's only people that are alpha potential or people that are already alphas that can handle that shit. I don't mind somebody calling me out, but you best believe if you call me out, you better be calling me out and you in the right. If you calling me out and you in the wrong, I'm on your ass. If I see potential in somebody, I'm going to be on their ass. I'm going to be on their ass with punctuality. I'm going to be on their ass with professionalism. I don't need motherfuckers with white fucking beaters, smoking fucking weed and looking all charred up, black fucking lipped up, and looking like they about 50 years old, and then they want to act like they're 21 with hats, going backwards and frontwards. I don't need all that shit. There's standards here. Well, that's what Michael Jordan was trying to get with Scottie Pippen. He was trying to get Scottie Pippen to have fucking standards. And Jordan was able to get Scottie Pippen to have standards. The reason why Scottie Pippen is a 50 greatest basketball player is because of Michael Jordan. Jordan got his skill set to the level to where he has fucking standards. Rippy Brazy's laughing because he knows it's true. Rippy Brazy knows the dig on who the fuck I'm talking about. The first renegade motherfucking Robin. Trips Winter said Scottie Pippen be getting paid under the table. Disappointed. He is getting paid under the table. I don't care what anybody's telling me. This is cooked up from LeBron James, because I've already deciphered LeBron James a mile away. And I understand all his ways. Let me tell you guys something. LeBron cannot pull a fast one on me, period. That's what y'all motherfuckers need to understand. He will never pull one on me, because I already see what's going on. If you do the math, Pippen talked good about LeBron. Then he retracted his statements about LeBron because they basically kicked his ass out of Chicago. He became sacrilegious over there. Then he got back on good graces because Jordan handed him a check. Every time Jordan handed him a check, Scottie Pippen's good to go. And then Scottie Pippen went wayward again. Now Scottie Pippen is being handed books. First of all, who out of their right mind is signing Scottie Pippen to a publishing company to where Scottie Pippen can hand out fucking books? See, y'all got to do the math here. Ain't nobody checking for Scottie Pippen like that. That's a LeBron James shit. LeBron used his cachet up under the table and said, Pippen, I know you've been going back and forth between me and Jordan. It looked like Jordan ain't hand you a check as of late. How about I hand you something better than a check? How about I hand you a book? I can get you the book selling deal. I just need you to talk shit about Jordan, because I'm not liking the way the press is talking about. You see in The Last Dance, Jordan, you hear Max Kellerman, you hear Stephen A. Smith, even all of them. You see, The Last Dance showed you the type of winner that Michael Jordan was, the type of clutch factor that he was, the type of guy that was just willing to put it all out on the line. Even LeBron James, when I wanna go out there and try to win a game, I'm looking at The Last Dance. I'm studying that. That is his way of saying that he's subservient. He's under Michael Jordan. So he had to find a way to get that out of people's minds. Who's the person to be able to get that out of people's minds? Scottie Pippen. But guess what? Scottie Pippen is actually not the person to get it out of people's minds, because Scottie Pippen is a person who just talks shit. He's a drunkard, and you can't take him seriously. See, and what LeBron James thought that he was going to be able to do with Scottie Pippen, it backfired. Now Scottie Pippen, each time that he talks about his book, of course, people love gossip. People love drama. People love all that hysteria. So, of course, people are going to sit there and say, you know what? I'm going to be subjugated to that. I want to listen to that. I want to know what's going on and the inner workings of that. But here's the problem. Scottie Pippen, every time he opens his mouth, his NBA career gets tarnished. If you guys go and look at this recent interview with Jay Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, all of them was on it. And there was this guy that had recently interviewed Michael, and the guy was saying, Michael's not going to say shit about the shit. And when I go and talk to Michael, Michael's just laughing. Michael's like, I can't believe what's being said. It's hysterical. It's funny as hell, but I can't help but to laugh at it. This was the same Michael Jordan that every time he had an opportunity to talk about Scottie Pippen, he talked about Scottie Pippen in a great light. This is the same Michael Jordan that said that if there's no Scottie Pippen, there's no me. So how the heck is Scottie Pippen feeling this type of way? It's a three-pronged issue. Scottie Pippen's always been jealous of Michael Jordan. He's always been envious of Michael Jordan. And he's bought and paid for. I'm telling you guys, man, if you guys are putting two and two together, how did this all of a sudden become something that is popular? Scottie Pippen's not even that fucking popular. Go Google search Scottie Pippen. You guys think you guys don't understand what I'm talking about here. Go Google search Scottie Pippen relative to his NBA peers. He's not popular like that. Everything that is Scottie Pippen is because of Michael fucking Jordan. That's just what it boils down to. So if that is the case, if that's the actuality, if that's the variation of it, then why are we sitting here and acting as if it's all said and done, Scottie Pippen is this guy that automatically has the nerve and the unmitigated gall to say something against Jordan? If you are going to talk shit about Jordan, you better deserve the fucking comparison to be able to talk shit about Jordan. You know who's the only motherfucker that's been able to talk shit about Jordan and get away with it? Kobe Bryant. When Jordan said in that NBA 2K, well, Kobe could beat me because he stole all my moves. Kobe came back not too long after that and said, but Jordan stole all of Dr. J's and Elgin Baylor and them moves. And Jordan didn't say shit. See, Kobe's the only one that has the audacity to be able to stick it right back to MJ, and it's going to work. It's basically going to be a stalemate. But nobody else, not LeBron James, not when you walk in with 40%, not no damn Scottie Pippen when Michael Jordan was the one that carried you and basically put you on his back. What we're seeing from Scottie Pippen is an epic breakdown, an epic meltdown. We're seeing a senior citizen have his senior citizen moment. We can't say midlife crisis because Scottie Pippen's way older than that shit. That motherfucker's in his 50s. So we got to say senior citizen. This is what's happening at his truest and his most properest levels. Scottie Pippen has looked back on his life, and his life is fucked up when you think about it. My wife is running rampant. She's fucking Future and Michael Beasley. She's basically not only fucking them, she's fucking other motherfuckers. it's gotten to the point where Kim Kardashian is one of the biggest sluts ever. But she became, she now has a fucking world empire like nobody's business. She's damn near a fucking billionaire. And in her mind, she said, you know what? I don't even want you to be affiliated with me. That's bad when a person whose claim to fame was just spreading her legs tells another motherfucker who all she does is spread her fucking legs that I don't want to be affiliated with you. That's bad. That's what Kim K told Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's wife, or estranged wife. Let me tell you guys something. The most beta fucking thing a male can do is be disrespected by a woman like that and still stay with her. Your woman start acting up like that, your woman starts disrespecting you like that, you leave her where she's fucking standing. And you act like she don't fucking exist. It don't matter how many kids y'all got. It don't fucking matter. No man should be able to take that level of fucking disrespect. And that's the problem. That is what's happened. And now Scottie Pippen, because of all of these things that's going on, he can't control his own home. He doesn't have the audacity to talk about controlling anything outside of his home. If a man can't control his home, he doesn't have the audacity to talk about anything outside of his fucking home. These are facts. I'm breaking this shit down to you guys. Y'all need to get the notepads out and get to the motherfucking scribbling, dog. When it's all said and done, damn right, GGGGY, I give everything. Remember, he knows everything. That's the operative word. It means the motherfucker know every damn thing. I'm breaking this shit down to you guys, simple fucking science. This is how you know Scottie Pippen's a beta. Because when it's all said and done, Scottie Pippen has put himself in a precarious situation to where Scottie Pippen is looking at things around him and things are not adding up. Bankrupt like a motherfucker. Scottie Pippen has not had has not made qualified investments, high level investments. All the investments he's made has went to shit. He's one of those stories of professional athletes that 5 to 7 years after he retired, all of his net worth went to shit. This is Scottie Pippen. So this guy right here has the unmitigated gall and has the audacity to talk about a guy like Michael Jordan, who's damn near worth over $2 fucking billion right now. Come on, man. Y'all got to be smarter than that. A guy who Nike was able to build their success upon. The reason why Nike is the global platform that it is, the reason why Nike has the powerhouse that he has, is because of the success of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's shoes, Michael Jordan's shoe line, Michael Jordan, everything is the most successful selling thing in Nike. And you know who's number two? The number two person is not even a fucking basketball player. The number two person is motherfucking Kanye West. Every year, annually, the Jordan brand brings in billions of dollars in revenue. Every year, annually, the Yeezys bring in about 800 million. Every year, annually, LeBron James brings in 600 million. Don't take my word for it. Go do the research. And Scottie Pippen has the nerve to tell a guy who took Nike, Gatorade, do I need to keep on going? This guy has taken a lot of these brands, McDonald's, he's taken a lot of these brands to next level, all because they touched him. This is what Michael Jordan stands for. This is the quintessential alpha male when it comes to sports. This is a guy who, when you think of greatest, not only in fucking basketball, when you think of greatest period in any genre of sports, the standard is Michael Jordan. You listen to Tom Brady, man. I look to see what Jordan's doing. Tiger Woods in golf, man, I look to see what Jordan's doing in these moments. Kobe Bryant, who's now become goated, God rest his soul. You know, 90% of what I got it from that dude, Michael Jordan. Jordan is a standard, man. We think of Babe Ruth, we think of Muhammad Ali, We think of Floyd Mayweather. We think of all of these guys. Jordan is the standard. He stands out the shining star above all of these motherfuckers. And Scottie Pippen has the nerve to sit here and say in his own mouth that he has the unmitigated gall and the audacity to criticize that, when we know damn well that that same person that has that stature has brought your basketball life into existence. Isaiah Thomas is right. Let me tell you something. Pippen was mad at Isaiah Thomas and Shaquille O'Neal and all of these guys for getting on him about the fact that they were telling the truth. That if it wasn't for Michael Jordan, your ass wouldn't be where the fuck you at right now. So these are facts. Nobody was checking for you. They was checking for MJ. These are facts. See, the best thing Scottie Pippen could have done is accept the Robin role that he had all of his fucking life. That's just like any YouTuber that was a Robin and he knows everything. The best thing you could have done is accept your Robin role for the rest of your fucking life. Because a Robin will always be a motherfucking Robin. There's only one fucking Batman. Yes, we're on the same team, but we're not on the same fucking level, dog. That's the way the shit rolls. And it's the same thing with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. We're on the same team, but we're not on the same level. And people got to understand that. So when we look at this Michael Jordan and this Scottie Pippen debacle, what it tells us is it tells us that there's a structural issue when Robins don't pay attention to Batman. Let me give you the story with the second Robin that became the renegade, Jason fucking Todd, that became the renegade renegade Robin, the Red Hood. This motherfucker right here was just so defiant. His whole mindset, his instinctual mindset, was to always try to challenge everything Batman tells him. Even though Batman was telling him shit that was for his own good. One day, the challenge becomes bigger than what he's trying to do. Batman tells him, don't go after the fucking Joker. Lead the Joker to me. There's nothing that my fist can't handle when it comes to the Joker. What he's telling Robin is that I'm the true alpha here that can only handle that other evil, diabolical true alpha. You're a beta. Your ass don't belong in that level to go deal with him. And if you're going to go deal with him, make sure I'm there to deal with the situation. Well, what does Robin do? Because he wants to go prove to Batman. Y'all following the story, because this is Scottie Pippen here that I'm talking about when I say Robin, and Michael Jordan here, that's Batman in the situation. This Robin wants to prove to Batman that he could take down the Joker. So he goes and meets up with Joker in some warehouse facility. Joker is able to overpower him, beguile him, bamboozle him, and trick him. And in the instance of it, Joker ties him up. And Joker, this is the level of respect that he shows him. When somebody beats you with a crowbar, it's the equivalent of them slapping you like you're a bitch. That's what Joker was basically saying when he was beating Robin with a crowbar. So he took the crowbar, turned it around, and started beating Robin upside the head with the damn crowbar. You guys want to understand why he did that? He did that because he wanted to let Robin know, you're not Batman. And the whole time, to really piss him off and to get on his nerve and to really mess with his corpus callosum and cerebellum, he's asking, where's the Dark Knight? Where's Batman? Boy Wonder. He keeps calling him Boy Wonder. You got to understand why he's calling him Boy Wonder. This is a way to let him know that his place, you don't fucking belong here. You should have listened to Batman. Why the hell are you coming after me? That should be Batman doing this shit. So when it's all said and done, this Robin basically becomes non-existent because the Joker, after he beats him up with a crowbar, Joker escapes and he makes sure that he times it all the way up until Batman comes so Batman can see the destruction of the fact that Robin passes away. Well, how does that contextualize and correlate? This is Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is The motherfucker sitting in that chair, tied up with a crowbar, getting beat down by the media. They're the Joker. By LeBron James, who's a Joker, by the way, because he has infiltrated this guy's mind for him to sit there and turn around and talk shit about Jordan. And now, guess what is going to ultimately happen to Scottie Pippen's basketball career? It's forever tarnished. His legacy will never be the same. People won't look at him as, man, Scottie Pippen was that great defender. He was that great number two. People going to look at him like, this jealous, envious motherfucker. How ungrateful is he? Every time Scottie Pippen talks, they're going to think of how ungrateful he is. Every time he talks, they're going to think about how how he's a motherfucking piece of shit for sitting there and going against the guy that has molded him and made his basketball career, giving him a basketball lifeline. Do you know that Michael Jordan had so much power that if Michael Jordan wanted, all he had to do is turn around and say, you know what? Fuck you. I don't want this motherfucker on my team anymore. They would have got rid of Scottie Pippen. Because the only person that the Bulls organization was going to listen to when it came to anything was Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan didn't do that. So Scottie Pippen has to be thankful. That moment when Scottie Pippen tried to do that whole thing where he was sitting out in Tony Kukoc in the 93-94 season, you know what happened? Bill Cartwright went into the locker room and cried his ass off. And Bill Cartwright said, that shit that you did, Pippen, that shit wasn't right. Pippen ultimately succumbed because the whole team got on his ass and said, yeah, y'all right. But you know why Bill Cartwright did that? Because Bill Cartwright was trying to get him to understand, even from an emotional standpoint, your ass don't deserve to be this guy that you claiming to be. We was doing so good when you was just being utilities, man. Play within the team and play within the system, Scottie Pippen. Why did you have to go against that? That's the point that Bill Cartwright was trying to say. What is the point here? What is the ultimate goal here? It's to get you guys' mind to realize that a Robin always has to be a Robin. There's no scenario where a Robin graduates. And if they graduate to something, it's going to be a fucking Nightwing. And you want to know what a Nightwing is? A glorified fucking Robin. Have you ever heard Nightwing have a song? Da-na-na-na-na. No. And when Nightwing rolls with somebody, who the fuck does he roll with? Batman. That's the highest level for a Robin. That's his graduated state, to be a glorified Robin, i.e. Nightwing. And if they don't want to accept that and be like Dick Grayson, then they go into what's called a Red Hood state, a renegade Robin state, a reject Robin state. Otherwise, Robin is just always going to be what he is, Robin. That means when Batman is dealing with him, just like when Batman was dealing with Robin in Dark Knight Returns, good soldier, good fucking soldier. That's what Robin is, a good soldier, a good fucking soldier. They were never meant to lead. Phil Jackson knew that. Michael Jordan knew that. And that's why when Michael Jordan wasn't there, the Chicago Bulls didn't win. And what happened when Michael Jordan came back? They got a three-peat. That tells you right then and there the difference between Batman and the difference between Robin. That's what that whole scenario with Jordan and Pippen formulates itself to. Now let's listen to Ricky Jones here. He said Jordan gave Pippen the same advice when dealing with Barkley. Facts. It was the same advice. I said that earlier, Ricky Jones, because with Charles Barkley didn't understand what he had here. He didn't understand the level of friendship. Jordan was bringing Charles Barkley to Oprah Winfrey shows. Jordan was opening floodgates for Charles Barkley. And Charles Barkley turned it around and screwed it over. Damn near pissed on it. So Jordan said, oh, okay. You gonna piss on this level I'm giving you? Fuck you. Shannon Sharpe, you want to know why Shannon Sharpe always talk trash about Michael Jordan? It's because Shannon Sharpe was always, this is facts. Y'all need to go do your homework. Jordan will always throw these parties everywhere. Shannon Sharpe always wanted to be exclusive, invited to those parties. And Jordan will always say, I don't fucking know that motherfucker. Kick his ass out. The fuck he trying to come in my party? That's where that comes from. Show me a Jordan hater, and I will show you a moment where Jordan was hated by this person because of something that Jordan did vicariously or something Jordan did directly to this person that has made this person talk trash about Jordan many years later. These are facts. But if Shannon Sharpe was invited in, just imagine if he was invited into these parties. You think he would have been talking trash about Jordan? Come on, man. He'd be right there saying MJ's the GOAT. And let's not sit here and argue that. Just like to him, John Elway, because John Elway always treated him right. See, this is what it boils down to, man. It's people react. And this is the difference between alpha and betas. Beta males react off of emotions. They react to how they're being treated at the moment. If they're being treated good, they're being treated right, they own your dick. The second they are not being treated right, they act like you don't fucking exist. That's what it boils down to. And if we're being honest with ourselves and we're telling ourselves the truth, that's what it formulates. That's the ideology behind it. So before we leave here, anything y'all want to say, man? Let me read one more comment before I bounce. I already read that. The King said all Jordan admirers love Pippen. He was basically the second most famous ball player ever. And this is what happened. This is what Pippen does in return. Facts. That's facts. The King said Jordan got Pippen on a 92 Dream Team. Pippen is unbelievably disrespectful, man. Facts. Because Jordan got him on the Dream Team over Isaiah Thomas. See, these are facts. Now, let me read one more. G-Kick said, you need to be on ESPN, bro. Listen, man, I take that as a compliment, but they emotionally stupefied Peon's network. They're not big enough for me, man. But I understand the nature of what you're saying, so I really appreciate that. And if I do ever get a contract with them, they're gonna hate me. They're probably gonna fire me because I'm gonna tell them right now in my contract, I'm not gonna be PC. I'm not gonna do what you guys want me to do. I'm gonna go off script. I'm gonna challenge Stephen A. Smith. I'm probably gonna make him look like an idiot. And I'm just gonna tell the truth. Can you guys accept that? And this is how we're gonna write up the contract. If they can't accept that, they can have a fucking check. It was real. It was easy. It was good dealing with y'all, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the topic. I hope you guys enjoyed what He Knows Everything was able to break down. GGGY, thank you for listening in. Your active participation, your commenting, what you don't realize is something that basically is good. So keep that up. Good, bad, or the ugly. Y'all take care. Y'all have a great Sunday. Make sure y'all donate to the platform like the King did. Cash App, Super Chat, comment, like, share, subscribe, you name it. I appreciate y'all active participation. I appreciate y'all taking y'all time out of this Sunday to really listen to what we were talking about here, because we had to get on Ben Simmons' ass, and we damn sure have to get on Scottie Pippen's ass. Y'all be easy. Y'all have a great Sunday. Peace.